Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to automate home tutoring bookings via WhatsApp. So I run a home tutoring service and want to automate student enrollment, tutor scheduling and subject selection via WhatsApp. So for that I am going to build a WhatsApp chatbot which is going to save my time by reducing manual workload. So firstly in this video we are going to create a WhatsApp chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if a user will send a message, an automatic reply will be sent to them. So if you also want to build this automation or this chatbot, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video we are going to learn how to create a WhatsApp chatbot for automating home tutoring bookings via WhatsApp. So right before you on my screen you can see this is the flow I have created for creating the chatbot, and now I am going to show you how you can create this chatbot which is going to automate your all tasks and going to interact with your customers 24/7. And not only this is also going to save the responses provided by your customers in the Google Sheets so that you can maintain a record. And now I am going to show you the process of creating this WhatsApp chatbot. But before that I am going to show you the real working of this chatbot. So for that let's move on to my WhatsApp with me. So here you can see I have already opened my WhatsApp, and now I am going to send a message to the number which I have already connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account. So now I am going to enter a message over here. So here I am going to enter this message, that is I need a home tutor. And as I have entered this message I am getting a welcome message, that is hi, welcome to EduHome, with which subject do you need tutoring for? And here we are getting the list. So now let's open this list and select the subject. Now let's say I am going to select my first subject, that is maths. So for that I am going to select it, and as I have selected my subject I am getting a message which is asking me to enter my preferred mode. So now I am going to enter my preferred mode as online, and as I have entered my preferred mode I am getting a message which is asking me to enter my full name. So now let's provide a full name as testing user. So here I am going to enter this name, and as I have entered my name as testing user I am getting a message which is asking me to enter my preferred timing. So now I am going to enter my timing over here. So I am going to enter my timing as morning, and as I have entered my preferred timing I am getting a confirmation message which says tutor booked successfully. We will share schedule and tutor details soon. So with this we are done with the testing of the WhatsApp chatbot. Now let's move on to my Google Sheet to check whether the responses are saved over there or not. So here you can see this is the Google Sheet I have created named as home tutoring bookings, and where we are getting 4 fields, that is student name, subject, preferred mode and preferred timing. And here you can see we are successfully receiving the data which I have recently entered over my WhatsApp. So here you can see our data is saved successfully by using this WhatsApp chatbot, and we have built this chatbot without any coding. So now I am going to show you how you can build this WhatsApp chatbot. So for that you simply have to access Pabbly Chatflow, and for accessing the Pabbly Chatflow you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pabbly.com/chatflow, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pabbly. And here you can see we are getting 2 options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user you can simply click over this sign up free, and if you sign up your account for free over the Pabbly Chatflow you get 100 free credits every month for practicing the chatbots. And if you already have an existing account you can simply click over this sign in. But before moving on forward I am going to tell you about Pabbly community. So here you can see this is the page of Pabbly community where automation users, marketers and business owner gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pabbly applications. So you can also join Pabbly community now and grow your business with us. And if you wish to join the Pabbly community you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow again, and here I am going to simply click over this sign in as I already have an account. And once you finish your sign up you will be getting this all Pabbly apps page, and here you can see these are the products provided by Pabbly. And as we are going to create a chatbot we firstly have to access this Pabbly Chatflow app, and afterwards for saving the data to the Google Sheet we will be accessing this Pabbly Connect app. So now for creating the chatbot let's firstly click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Chatflow which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page you can see these are the numbers I have connected to my account. So you can also add your WhatsApp WhatsApp number by just clicking on this add WhatsApp number button, and here you can see we are getting two options, that is WhatsApp Connect and Manual Token Connect. So if you want to integrate your WhatsApp number, you can simply click over this WhatsApp Connect, and if you want to connect with token number, you can simply click over this Manual Token Connect. And if you want to learn about this process of adding WhatsApp number to the Pabbly Chatflow account, you can find video link in the description given below. Now moving on to the sidebar, you can see these are the features provided by Pabbly, and if you want to learn more about these features, you can find video link in the description given below. And as we are going to create a chatbot, we firstly have to access the flows. So for that, you simply have to click over the flows given on the sidebar, and once you will click over the flows, you will be landed to this flow builder page, and here you can see these are the flows I have created. So you can also create your own flow. So for that, you simply have to click over this add flow button, and we will be landed to the flow page, and here we are getting the option for entering the flow name. So now let's provide a name to our flow here. So here I am providing it the name Automate Home Tutoring Bookings for WhatsApp. You can provide name according to you. Now moving on forward, we are getting the option for trigger. So trigger is the action which is going to initiate our chatbot, and on this trigger we are getting trigger events such as keyword rejects match, user start conversation, template selected, and many more. But here I am going to keep it as the same, that is keyword rejects match. So now you might be thinking, what is this keyword and reject? So keyword are the words which are going to initiate our chatbot. Now let's say I want to initiate my chatbot as soon as someone enters this word, that is tutor. So for that, you have to make this word as your keyword. So you just have to type it and press the enter key, and here our one keyword is ready. Now as soon as someone will enter this word, your chatbot will be initiated, and here I am going to create one more keyword, that is home. And now we are getting the option for rejects. So rejects is basically the short form for the regular expressions. These are used for the specific user input, and if you want to trigger any message, you can enter rejects like this. But as I have entered my keyword, I will be removing the rejects from here, and as we are done with our trigger, I am going to send a message to my customers or the clients. So for that, I am going to provide them a list message consisting of the subject for which they want tutors. So here I am going to just drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting the option for list. So you just have to select it, and you will be getting this list node where you can create your own list. So here in this list node, it is asking me to enter header, body, and footer for the list. So now I am going to provide a header and body for the list. So here you can see I have provided a header and body for the list. Now I am going to add some items to this list. So for that, you simply have to click over this add section, and you will be getting the dialog box where you have to provide the section title. So here I am going to provide my section title as subject, and as we are done with this, now I am going to add some items to my list. So for that, you simply have to click over this add items, and here you have to enter the title of your first item. So now let's enter the title and create our first item. So here I have created my first item as maths, and now I am going to add some many more subjects likewise in the form of list items. So here you can see I have entered some more items to my list, that is maths, English, and coding. Now as soon as my user will select any of these items, I want to save that response. So for saving the response, I have to provide a contact custom fields to all these items, and the contact custom field help us to store extra information about our clients or the customers. So for that, you simply have to go to actions, and here you can see we are getting the option for set custom field. So you just have to select it, and you will be getting this action where you can set contact custom field for any of the items. So here I am going to set contact custom field for all these items so that I can retrieve the data selected by my students. So now let's firstly connect this item with this contact custom field action, and here we are getting the option for selecting the contact custom field. So here you can see these are the contact custom fields I have created. So you can also create your own contact custom field. For that, you simply have to go to settings, and here you can see we are getting the option for contact custom fields. So you just have to select it and create your own fields. But before that, you simply have to click over the save button and save your flow so that your data doesn't get lost. And as you will click over the contact custom field, you will be landed to the contact custom fields page, which can be seen here. So here you can see these are the contact custom fields I have created, and for creating your own contact custom field, you simply have to click over this add more field button, and afterwards you simply have to enter the field name and click over the save button for saving your own contact custom field. And as I have already created my contact custom field, now let's move on to the flow again and select that over there. So here I am going to select my contact custom field as subject, and afterwards I am going to enter the value. So here I am going to enter the value, that is math, for which I want want to select this contact custom field. So here I have created my contact custom field for my first item. Now I am going to create contact custom field for my rest of the items. So here you can see I have created the contact custom field for all these 3 items. Now as soon as my user selects any of these subject, I am going to ask some questions from them. So for that you simply have to go to actions, and here you can see we are getting the option for ask question. So you just have to select it and you will be getting this question action where you can enter the question which you want to ask from your students. So firstly I am going to connect all these contact custom fields with this question node, and afterwards I am going to enter a question asking for the full name. So here I have entered this question asking for the full name, and afterwards I am going to select my contact custom field as full name, and the format I am going to select is any. Now as soon as my user will answer this question, I am going to ask some another questions from them. So for that again you have to click over this ask question. So here you can see I have entered 2 more questions where I am asking for the preferred mode, where I have selected the contact custom field mode, and afterwards I have entered a question asking for the preferred timing, where I have selected the contact custom field as time. So here we have created all these questions. Now I want to save these responses of my students over my Google Sheet. So for that we just have to go to actions, and here we are getting the option for API request. So by selecting API request you can integrate Pabbly Chatflow and Pabbly Connect, and by using Pabbly Connect we can save our data over the Google Sheet. So now let's select this API request action, and here you can see we are getting this action. So I am going to firstly connect this question node with this API request action, and here it is asking me to paste the webhook URL. So for getting the webhook URL you just have to move to my Pabbly Connect account. So you might have remembered I have told you about all Pabbly apps page where we were getting this Pabbly Connect app. So now we are going to access this Pabbly Connect. So let's click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pabbly Connect, which can be seen here. So here I am going to create a workflow by integrating Pabbly Chatflow and Google Sheets. So for that you simply have to click over this create workflow button, and here I am going to select my this workflow builder, that is beta. So for that you simply have to click over this select button, and you will be getting the dialog box where you have to provide a name to your workflow. So here I am going to provide it the same name which I have provided to my Chatflow. So here I have entered the name of my workflow, and afterwards I am going to select my folder as Pabbly Chatflow. Now we simply have to click over this create button, and we will be landed to our workflow page, which can be seen here. And here it is asking me to add the triggers. So trigger is our first application, or the application which is going to initiate our workflow. So in this case I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new message over the Pabbly Chatflow. So here I am going to select my trigger app as Pabbly Chatflow. Now we simply have to select our app event as new message received. Now we just have to click over this connect button, and here you can see we are getting this webhook URL. So this is the webhook URL which we have to paste over the API request on the Pabbly Chatflow. So now let's copy this and let's move on to the Pabbly Chatflow, and here I am going to select my request method as post, as I want to post my data over the Google Sheet, and here I am going to paste my webhook URL which I have received from the Pabbly Connect, and on this parameter section I am going to create some keys. So firstly I am going to create my key, that is full name, and afterwards I am going to select my contact custom field as full name again, and afterwards I am going to add some more keys over here. So here I have created 3 more keys, that is subject, mode and time, and according to that I have selected the contact custom field also. Now we simply have to click over this test button, and here you can see we are getting this pop-up which says API request successful. Now let's move on to the Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving the response over there or not, and here you can see we are successfully receiving the response, that is response A, with the same keys and the contact custom field which I have recently entered over my API request. So with this we are done with our trigger setup. Now we just have to set up our action app. So for that you just have to click over this add new action step button, and here you have to select your action app as Google Sheet, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as add new row. Now we just have to make the connection. So here I am going to use the same, that is select existing connection. So let's click over the save button, and here our connection has been successfully built, and here you can see the first field we are getting is for selecting the spreadsheet. So here my spreadsheet has been already selected. So here you can see this is the spreadsheet I have created named as home tutoring bookings, and I am going to select that which is already already selected. Now we are getting some of the fields. So now I am going to map all these fields. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is the real magic here, which is inserting the data from the previous step. So you don't have to enter your values again and again, because mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I am going to map all these fields from the response which I am receiving from the Pabbly chat flow. So I am going to firstly map the student's name from the response which I am receiving. So here I have mapped it, and afterwards I am going to map the subject, and the next I have mapped the preferred mode, and the next I am going to map is timing. So here I have mapped my all these fields. Now as soon as my user will provide me the responses, all these fields will be replaced with every new response. Now we simply have to click over the save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response, which means we might have built in the connection. So now let's move on to my Google Sheet, and here you can see we are successfully receiving the contact custom field which I have recently selected over the API request, which means we have successfully built in the connection. Now as soon as my user will provide me all these details, the data will be saved over this Google Sheet. So now we are done with the connection of the Google Sheet. Now let's move on to the Pabbly chat flow again, and here we have to simply click over the save button for saving the responses. Now I am going to add the status fallback. So status fallback is the final message which we are going to send to our students. So for that you just have to drag and drop, and here you have to select this text button. By selecting this text button, you will be getting this text button node where you can enter the message which you want to send to your students. So here I am going to enter a thank you message or the confirmation message. So here I have entered this confirmation message for my students. So with this we are done with the creation of the flow. Now we simply have to save this flow by just clicking on the save button, and as you will click over the save button, you will be getting this pop-up which says flow updated successfully, means we have successfully saved our flow. Now I am going to show you how we are receiving message from our customer and how we are sending them the automated reply. So for that you just have to move to my inbox section, which can be seen on the sidebar, and as you will click over the inbox, you will be landed to the inbox page where you can see the numbers I have connected to my account, and on this particular number you can see I am successfully receiving message from my customer, and our automated replies are successfully sent or delivered to them. And one point has to be noticed, that this is following the path which we have created through our flow, means if a user sends us a message, we are going to send them a welcome message with the list, and as my students select any of these subject, we are going to send them a question asking for the preferred mode. So here you can see we have created an amazing chatbot. So you can also create a chatbot like this for enhancing your business and enhancing your users experience also. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabbly Chatflow now, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating many more amazing automations like this. And if you want to practice this flow, you can find link in the description given below. So thank you for watching this video. So you can create many more chatbots like this by using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can write it on forums.pabbly.com. But if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Chatflow for free now.